He sold the Eiffel Tower twice. Someone else invented an entire country, and one man sold the Brooklyn Bridge over and over again. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving into history's boldest scammers, their outrageous schemes, the chaos they left behind, and the surprising ways some of them got away with it. Today, we're uncovering history's boldest con artists, their schemes, their victims, and the wild fallout of their actions. From Victor Lustig, the man who sold the Eiffel Tower twice, to Gregor MacGregor, who invented a fake country, and even Sarah Rachel Russell, a psychic swindler who fooled Victorian London. These aren't just scams. They're lessons in ambition and greed. Let's dive in. Victor Lustig wasn't just a con artist. He was a legend. In the 1920s, Paris was abuzz with rumors about the Eiffel Tower. It was expensive to maintain, and some people thought it might be torn down. Lustig seized the moment. He forged official documents, posed as a government official, and invited scrap metal dealers to a secret meeting. Lustig claimed the tower was being sold for scrap and insisted the sale had to remain confidential. One eager dealer paid a fortune to secure the deal. By the time he realized he'd been scammed, Lustig was long gone. But Lustig wasn't done. A few months later, he tried the same scam again. This time, one dealer grew suspicious and reported Lustig to the police. He fled to the United States, where he continued his life of crime, famously conning none other than Al Capone. Lustig convinced the notorious gangster to invest $50,000, only to return the money untouched. Capone, impressed by Lustig's honesty, gave him $5,000 as a reward. Victor Lustig's scams weren't just about money. They were about proving he could outsmart anyone. But his luck eventually ran out. He was arrested and spent the rest of his life in Alcatraz. Next up is Gregor MacGregor, a man who didn't just sell land. He invented a whole country. In the 1820s, MacGregor announced he was the Prince of Poyas, a tropical paradise in Central America. He sold land deeds to British investors, promising gold-filled rivers and endless opportunity. To make it convincing, he created fake maps, printed guidebooks, and even issued Poyas currency. Hundreds of settlers boarded ships to claim their piece of paradise. But when they arrived, they found nothing. Poyas was an uninhabitable jungle. Many settlers died of disease, and others returned to Britain ruined. But just like Victor Lustig, MacGregor wasn't done. He continued selling Poyas land, and even secured loans for his fictional country from European banks. When his fraud was finally exposed, MacGregor fled and lived comfortably in Venezuela, avoiding justice for one of history's most devastating scams. MacGregor's greed destroyed lives. Families were torn apart, and his fake country left a real legacy of heartbreak. In early 1900s, New York, George C. Parker became infamous for selling landmarks he didn't own. His favorite? The Brooklyn Bridge. Parker used forged deeds and convincing legal documents to sell the bridge to unsuspecting immigrants. Some buyers even tried setting up toll booths before police stopped them. Parker didn't stop there. He also sold Madison Square Garden, the Statue of Liberty, and even the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Parker's scams were bold but reckless. While he made a fortune, he was eventually caught and sentenced to life in prison. His schemes left behind a phrase some people still use today: "I've got a bridge to sell you." Our next scammer is Sarah Rachel Russell, better known as Madame Rachel. In Victorian London, Madame Rachel was a self-proclaimed beauty guru and psychic who promised wealthy women the impossible: eternal youth. Her salon became the go-to destination for London's elite, offering miracle treatments with exotic names like Arabian Bloom of Youth. But here's the twist. These treatments didn't work. In fact, most of them were made from bizarre ingredients like powdered snails, animal fat, and chalk. Madame Rachel wasn't just selling fake beauty products, she was selling hope. But behind the scenes, she was running a much darker operation: blackmailing, scams. Madame Rachel's empire began to crumble when several clients accused her of fraud. During her trial, it was revealed that she had made a career out of lies, forgery, and manipulation. In the end, Madame Rachel died shortly after her release from prison. Madame Rachel's story is a cautionary tale about how desperation and vanity can make even the smartest people fall for lies. Her trial became a symbol of how greed and deception thrive in a society obsessed with appearances. Some con artists lie about their wealth or their ownership of landmarks, but Ferdinand Waldo Demara lied about who he was. Known as the Great Imposter, Demara faked his way into a variety of professions, from teaching to medicine, without any qualifications. His most famous scam? Posing as a naval surgeon during the Korean War. When injured soldiers came to him, Demara performed surgeries using nothing but a medical textbook as his guide. Miraculously, all his patients survived. But Demara's story wasn't just about luck. He had an uncanny ability to blend in. He posed as a lawyer, a teacher, and even a prison warden, often charming his way through situations where others would panic. Eventually, his frauds caught up with him, and Demara spent several years in prison. Despite his crimes, some people still saw him as a genius, a man who could learn anything on the fly. Demara's life is a bizarre mix of audacity and talent, showing how far confidence and quick thinking can take you, but only for so long. So, there you have it, some of history's boldest con artists and the wild schemes that made them famous, or infamous. From Victor Lustig selling the Eiffel Tower, to Madame Rachel's beauty scams, to Ferdinand Waldo Demara pretending to be just about everything. It's amazing how far confidence and deception can take you. But here's the real question: why do we fall for scams? Is it greed, desperation, or just good storytelling? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your theories, or even your own stories of times you've been fooled. If you enjoyed this trip through history's darker side, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you want more strange and fascinating tales like this, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, where we uncover more secrets, scandals, and strange stories from the past. Until then, stay curious, and maybe a little cautious.